Hi guys, Steve from PowerQuest here. Hope you're all doing well. I just thought I'd take the opportunity to answer some of the questions that you very kindly posted for us on Facebook over the past few days. There's a lot of them, which is a good thing. So I suspect I'll have to break this into 2 or 3 segments, I would have thought. But no time like the present, so let's have a quick look at what we've got. Quite a lot, as you can imagine. The old mate John Musket asks, will PowerQuest Part 1 be performed at the Camden Underworld show? Simple one that, John. Of course it will. There are a number of questions around the old albums, particularly the first 3. Kevin Hathaway, for example, has asked this. Who else? Francesco Martinelli. They've also asked about, are these going to be re-released, re-recorded, updated? You know, lots of questions along those kinds of lines. Have we got any plans in that area? At the minute, we're firmly focused on the new album, as you can imagine. You know, it's 3 years since we've been away. It's 5 years since we released Blood Alliance. So for the time being, I think we need to look to the future rather than look to the past. I appreciate the old stuff's out of print now in the main, and is very pricey, but you know, something for the future perhaps. But you know, in the meantime, it's full steam ahead on new stuff, ever onwards. What else have we got here? Lots of questions about touring. You know, when do you plan to come to the States? When do you plan to come to Europe? When do you plan to go on tour? And so on and so forth. It's something we've been discussing quite heavily, to be fair. And the reality is, you know, in my opinion, we need a new record to be out. You need to have heard some of these new songs. We need to have something to promote, basically. I don't think we can rest on our past laurels, for example. I don't think it'd be right to go out and just play a greatest hit set. And to be fair, I doubt whether we could actually afford to anyway. Given the fact that we'd need to generate a whole new line of merchandise and so on and so forth. So even, you know, looking at a 2-week European stretch, that you're going to need 7 or 8 grand to do that. So just to give you an idea of what's involved, these things don't cost peanuts, unfortunately. But you know, rest assured, when the time comes, we'll be looking to tie up with good booking agents in the appropriate territory, so we get out to see you guys, you know, and get to places we never got to before. Yeah, mark my words on that one. Graham Dodd asks a good question, actually. What's your inspiration for writing lyrics? Well, it's many and varied, mate, to be honest. It can be everything from something that happens in the news. You know, Civilized is a good example of that, along with Master of Illusion. You know, those are real life kind of events that struck a chord with me and inspired me to put pen to paper. You know, going a little bit further back, we'd you know, take inspiration from novels, you know, with David Gemmell, sort of fantasy type stuff, Tolkien, that kind of thing. You know, maybe a film, you know, maybe something that happens to you in your own personal life, kind of thing. You know, it can be anything, and I think once you've got the idea, you know, the art is around crafting the vocabulary and the language around it to make it an interesting thing as well. So yeah, anything can be inspiring in that department, mate. What else have we got here? A lot of people asking they want to hear Ashley singing the old PQ back catalogue and all that kind of thing. Can we have some snippets, so on and so forth? I've always been loath to release much in the way of rehearsal footage, because, you know, footage from a phone or something like that doesn't do anybody any justice. I don't think even the tightest band in the world is going to sound a bit odd in that regard. And yeah, you know, I've got another plan afoot for probably autumn time to let you hear something old with something new on vocals. So stick with me on that one as well. Merchandise questions coming in thick and fast as well. You know, t-shirts, patches, posters. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, Nate Wright, for example, is asking that. And yeah, of course, man. You know, when the new album comes, there'll be a full line of merchandise with that. We'll be looking to produce some items for the Underworld show in September, but we won't be going overboard at that time. You know, as I say, the focus and investment is really towards the album as it stands at the moment. But yeah, things like that, when the time comes, yeah, there'll be a full array of things for you guys to browse through and choose what you like. What else have we got here? Yeah, loads on touring questions. Perhaps the last one for this little segment refers to Neverworld and City of Lies, and the fact that the little end piano theme of the song Neverworld is reprised at the end of City of Lies. Now the question's kind of been asked. Steve Foley has asked about this. A couple of other people have picked up on it as well. You know, the reality of the question really is, it's not so much why does the theme from Neverworld appear in City of Lies, it's more why does the chorus melody from Power Quest Part 1 appear at the end of Neverworld and at the end of City of Lies. The simpler answer to that is that City of Lies is Neverworld or Power Quest Part 3. So Power Quest is Part 1, Neverworld's Part 2, City of Lies is Part 3. So there you go. Hopefully that's answered some questions to your liking. As I say, there's lots more for me to get through, but I don't want to go on like a broken record. So for now, I'll say cheerio and all the best, and I'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Later.